Let's start with this strange one that's been trending heavily over the past few weeks.
She's crawling through all this, bro.
TikTok user Joseph Stalin Loves You was outside building a fence on his property in Sacramento when he noticed something unusual in the thick foliage nearby.
At first, everything looks normal, just tangled branches and shadows. But if you look closely, there's movement.
At first glance, everything looks normal. Just tangled branches, shadows, and dense vegetation along the tree line. But if you look closely, there's movement.
It's right there staring at me. Dude, how scary is that?
A woman appears to be crawling through the bushes, partially concealed by leaves and branches. Her movement is slow and deliberate.
God, dude. What the She's crawling through all this, bro.
It's easy to miss at first, but once you spot her, it's undeniably unsettling. There is clearly someone back there, hiding just beyond the fence line.
Oh my God. Dude, how scary is that?
The clip quickly went viral, racking up nearly 1 million views in just a few days. Commenters debated what they were seeing. Some suggested it was a prank, others feared it could be a distressed neighbor, and some believed it might be someone watching him from the tree line.
She's back here trying to find a way into my property.
The TikToker later explained that he reposted the clip because the original was flagged and taken down, which only added another layer of mystery to the situation. So, what exactly was this woman doing crawling through the bushes? A prank? A prowler? Or something else entirely?
Dude, how scary is that? Oh my God, dude. What the She's crawling through all this, bro.
From a quiet backyard, we move to a moment far more public. Where fear didn't hide in the shadows, it was witnessed by dozens of people. Several weeks ago, a horrifying event unfolded aboard a British passenger train bound for London, an incident that quickly escalated into one of the most disturbing rail attacks in recent memory. The 1835 LNER service traveling from Hull to London King's Cross became the scene of a targeted mass stabbing attack described by witnesses as something out of a nightmare. The violence began shortly after the train departed Peterborough and continued for nearly 20 minutes as terrified passengers fled from carriage to carriage, barricading themselves in toilets and hiding behind seats. Eventually, the train was brought to an emergency stop at Huntingdon Station, where armed police stormed the carriages and arrested 2 suspects. 10 people were hospitalized, 9 with life-threatening injuries. The incident was immediately declared a major emergency, and authorities temporarily activated Play-Doh, the national protocol used during potential terror attacks, before later confirming that the motive was still under investigation. A massive emergency response followed. 3 air ambulances, more than 20 ambulances, and specialist teams searched under and around the train for anyone who may have collapsed nearby. Prime Minister Saki Starama described the attack as appalling and deeply disturbing. But as the story spread across the country, one particular moment during live coverage captured public attention for an entirely different reason. During GB News' live broadcast from outside the cordoned-off area, reporter Mark White was delivering updates on the unfolding tragedy. As he spoke, microphones picked up something unusual, a faint whisper in the background.
As I say, described for our radio audience here are a number of individuals. I can see those in orange.
Several viewers noticed it immediately. Others clipped the footage and uploaded it online for closer examination. When the audio is isolated, the whisper becomes clearer.
Radio audience here are a number of individuals, are a number of individuals, are a number of individuals.
It sounds unmistakably like a voice saying, "The train never stops." The phrase quickly took on a life of its own. Online forums across Reddit, X, and TikTok filled with theories. Some suggested radio interference or a technical glitch. Others went much further, speculating that the whisper could carry symbolic or even supernatural meaning. One theory claims the attacker may have been influenced by a dark force, and that the whisper represents an echo of that moment, somehow captured during the chaos. Others interpret it more metaphorically, a grim reminder that the trauma of that night will continue to haunt survivors, just as the train itself never truly stops. Whatever the explanation, the whisper is real. It's on tape, and no one at the network has been able to account for it. A tragic event, now overshadowed by a quiet, unexplained voice repeating a phrase that feels disturbingly prophetic. The train never stops.
Radio audience here are a number of individuals I can see.
Next, I will show you some dash cam footage from Avondale, Arizona that has gone viral after viewers spotted something deeply unnerving lurking along the side of a dark roadway. The clip was captured on Lower Buckeye Road, an area locals say already carries a strange reputation, especially after sunset. It's a long, poorly lit stretch of road with wide open land on either side, the kind of place where anything standing just beyond the headlights can easily go unnoticed. As the car cruises down the highway, everything appears normal at first. The road is empty, no streetlights, no buildings, just darkness stretching outward on both sides. Then, suddenly, a shape appears on the right-hand side of the road. It's brief, easy to miss if you blink, but once you see it, it's hard to ignore. When the footage is slowed down, the shape looks like some kind of crouching figure. Humanoid, but distorted. Low to the ground, almost hunched, positioned as if it's watching the passing vehicles rather than moving away from them. Commenters familiar with the area were quick to speak up. Some claimed this wasn't the first strange thing spotted along Lower Buckeye Road. One user wrote, "I pass through here every day. The amount of stuff I've seen, the fact they have no city lights through here, tells you everything." Others were far less calm, admitting they would never drive that road at night again. So what exactly is this figure? A trick of the light? A person caught mid-step? A stray animal warped by motion blur? Or something else entirely, standing just outside the reach of the headlights? But not every unexplained sight stays on the ground. In the next clip, the mystery moves overhead, captured only through technology designed to see what the human eye can't.
Looking through thermal under white hot.
On the evening of October 6, 2025, at around 8:30 p.m., a Pennsylvania outdoorsman who goes by the username Blue Line Bow Hunters captured a baffling series of UFO sightings that quickly spread across social media.
Okay. Oh, that's the moon, and we're just going to start scanning the sky because there's a lot of going on that you can't see with the naked eye that I cannot explain. They're not bugs, they're not bats.
According to the uploader, who lives in Westmoreland County, the incident began when he stepped outside to investigate the sound of an owl behind his house. But instead of spotting wildlife, he noticed something far stranger in the sky above him.
Not a satellite. They're all over the place. Can't see them with the naked eye. No idea what they are.
Using a handheld thermal imaging scope, he observed multiple glowing orbs moving erratically across the night sky. Their movements didn't resemble aircraft or helicopters, and they seemed to shift direction without warning.
Let's turn. They're not bats. They're everywhere.
In one particularly striking moment, he captured a commercial airplane flying through the frame. Just beside it, a glowing orb appeared, gliding smoothly alongside the aircraft before suddenly accelerating ahead of it.
I think. But you catch my drift? That's out in front of the plane. And I don't know what it is. It's like the plane's following it.
Viewers immediately began speculating. Some suggested satellites or Starlink reflections, but others pointed out the sharp turns and sudden changes in speed, arguing that the motion didn't match known satellite or drone behavior. The eyewitness later clarified that none of the lights were visible to the naked eye. They only appeared through the thermal scope.
Not a satellite. They're all over the place. Can't see them with the naked eye. No idea what they are.
Whatever these objects were, the footage left many questioning what exactly was moving through Pennsylvania's night sky that evening. But sometimes, one strange encounter isn't enough. In the next story, two separate incidents raise the question of whether something was moving through North Carolina that night.
Tender County 911, what's the address of your emergency?
I'm driving on 210. I just crossed the Black River, and I thought I saw a guy standing on the side of the road bleeding.
This was a chilling 911 call made in North Carolina, where a terrified driver claimed that something non-human had jumped into the back of his truck.
What the?
What was that, sir?
That's not human! That's not human!
Sir, are you okay, sir?
There's something in the back of my truck!
Okay, what's in the road?
The caller's voice shakes as he tries to explain what just happened, insisting that whatever entered his vehicle wasn't an animal and wasn't human either. The call quickly went viral, dismissed by some as panic or confusion, until new footage surfaced that made people question whether the encounter was truly isolated. Not long after, a TikTok user named Whoa That's Strange shared a disturbing video captured on a woman's home security cameras, taken somewhere else in the state.
They said they came home one night, they were turning into their driveway and they saw something in the wood line. So they checked their cameras and this thing showed up on their camera.
The clip shows what appears to be a pale, elongated figure creeping across her backyard in the dead of night. Its movements are slow, unnatural, and disturbingly deliberate, unlike anything typically seen on residential security footage.
This thing runs, jumps on this little wall right here, and then runs away into the wood.
According to the uploader, the homeowner noticed unusual movement near the woods bordering her property and decided to check her security system. What she saw immediately sent a chill down her spine. To her horror, the figure appeared not only on the backyard camera, but also on a second camera mounted on the side of her house, confirming that it wasn't a single camera glitch or lighting artifact.
And this thing was captured not only on her backyard camera, but on the side yard camera as well.
So what exactly are we looking at here? A distorted human figure? A skinwalker? Or something connected to the now infamous Pender County encounter described in that 911 call? Whatever the truth is, this North Carolina mystery just became far more unsettling.
And when you look at the proportions of this thing, it is not a human. I am not sure what this thing is, but it really makes me think about that North Carolina 911 call.
Now this next clip is unsettling for a different reason. Because whatever appears here wasn't out in the woods or on a dark road, it was already inside the house. TikTok user Shay.Shay3280 recently went viral after uploading what she thought was a completely innocent video while babysitting. Shay was simply filming a sweet moment with the child she was watching that evening. Nothing unusual, nothing staged. But viewers quickly noticed something in the background, something Shay hadn't seen at the time. Near the doorway, and possibly high up near the ceiling, what appears to be a head with long, dark hair slowly peeks around the corner. The movement is subtle, deliberate, and quiet. The head lingers for just a moment, as if observing the room, before slowly slipping back out of sight. What disturbed viewers most wasn't just the appearance, it was the height. The figure doesn't seem to be peaking from normal standing level. It appears unnaturally high, almost at ceiling height, making it difficult to explain as a child or someone casually leaning around the doorway. The clip exploded online, racking up more than 6 million views. Commenters debated endlessly. Was it a prank, a hidden intruder, a trick of perspective, or something not quite human quietly watching from the background? Now, we shift away from fear and into precision. a place built on control, silence, and physics, where something moves when it absolutely shouldn't. This next clip was captured during the Northern Ireland Open Snooker tournament, an event known for precision, silence, and absolute control. As the player lines up his shot, everything appears completely normal. The room is quiet. The table is still.
What?
I think he thought the red moved as he was about to play it.
But then something strange happens. Something so subtle that most viewers miss it on the first watch.
Just not controlling that cue ball well enough.
Lem. He's right, it did move.
When the footage is slowed down, it becomes clear. One of the balls appears to move on its own. No contact, no visible vibration. Just a slight, unmistakable shift.
Just not controlling that cue ball well enough.
Lem. He's right, it did move.
Even the commentators sound confused, struggling to explain what they're seeing in real time. So what caused it? A trick of physics? An air disturbance? A minute imperfection in the table? Or something no one has been able to explain yet? Whatever the answer is, the moment has left viewers questioning how a game built on precision could produce something so inexplicable. And while some moments are subtle, others feel uncomfortably close. In the next clip, the threat isn't seen, it's felt. TikTok user Amazingly Lou is best known for posting wholesome, comforting clips about her everyday life and her two dogs, Peanut and Coco. Her content is calm, familiar, and usually the kind of thing people watch to relax. But in mid-October 2025, one short clip she uploaded left viewers deeply unsettled. It was just before 3 a.m. Lou was sitting quietly in her living room, reading a book, while her Labrador, Peanut, calmly wandered around the room. The house was still, peaceful. Everything looked completely ordinary on the home security camera, until it wasn't. Lou suddenly reacts as if something warm had breathed directly into her ear. Her body tenses instantly, her expression shifting from calm to startled confusion. It wasn't a sound, it wasn't a touch, just the unmistakable sensation of breath right beside her face. But it's what happens next that sent the clip viral. As Lou stands up and moves away from the couch, a small bottle resting on the table beneath the TV suddenly tips over on its own. No one touches it. There's no visible draft, no vibration. It simply falls, captured clearly on camera. The footage quickly racked up millions of views, with viewers debating what Lou may have encountered. Some suggested a logical explanation. Others were convinced something unseen had been standing much closer to her than anyone realized. Amid the speculation, Lou later posted a detailed storytime update to explain exactly what happened.
Since the videos that I posted in TikTok went viral, I think I owe you guys some story time.
She clarified that she wasn't reading a Bible, as many assumed, but an ancient history book she had been deeply focused on. Around 2:55 a.m., she suddenly felt a warm breath against her ear. Not a whisper, not a voice, just a deep exhale right beside her.
It was not a whisper, but it was just a breathing. Something that was breathing dito sa ears ko.
She explained that Peanut had been uneasy throughout the night, pacing quietly instead of lying down. And the moment Lou felt the breath, the dog immediately moved toward the exact spot where it happened. as if reacting to something Lou couldn't see. Lou also addressed skeptics who claimed the moment was staged. She responded calmly, saying, "I don't force anyone to believe what I experienced. You were not there when it happened."
Here's my guardian angel. Now I'm not scared because I have this baby girl of mine that's actually protecting me. So there.
By the end of the update, she pans the camera to Peanut, calling her my guardian angel, adding that she isn't scared anymore because her dog is always by her side. So what really happened in Lou's living room that night? A coincidence? A draft? Or something standing just close enough to breathe into her ear? Now, with that question lingering, we head into another living room, to a family dinner that seemed completely ordinary until the lights went out. TikTok user Yana Michaela recently shared a strange moment captured during a family dinner while Typhoon Uwan was sweeping across the Philippines. Despite the powerful storm outside, her family gathered around the table, trying to maintain a sense of normalcy. To capture the moment, she set her phone up to record the evening in time-lapse. Everything appears ordinary at first. People eating, subtle movement, the quiet routine of a shared meal. Then suddenly, the power cuts out. The house is plunged into complete darkness. For about 30 seconds, there's nothing but blackness. When the lights flicker back on, everyone simply resumes eating, seemingly unfazed by the interruption. But later that night, when the OP reviewed the time-lapse footage, something eerie stood out. During the blackout, in the kitchen at the back of the room, a shadowy figure appears to move rapidly from left to right across the frame. The motion is fast, almost too fast, like something slipping through the darkness. Some viewers believe it's nothing more than time-lapse compression, motion blur, or a lighting artifact caused by the blackout itself. Others aren't so sure. So what do you think? A visual glitch caused by filming during a power outage, or a genuine shadow figure moving through the kitchen when the lights went out? Now, this next clip that TikTok user Misty Nadams recently shared is a deeply unsettling one that has been giving viewers chills. The footage was captured on her neighbor's Wise security camera and posted with a chilling caption explaining what happened that night. According to Misty, her son came home just seconds after the clip was recorded and saw no one outside. He walked directly up next to the building where the footage was captured, yet the figure seen in the video had been standing even farther into the yard, past the tree line. The clip quickly went viral, flooding the comments with speculation. Some viewers believe the dark shape is a shadow person, a type of paranormal entity often reported in late-night encounters and sleep-related experiences. Others argue it could be a camera glitch, a trick of the lighting, or a compression artifact. But many point out that the movement appears far too smooth and intentional to dismiss so easily. Whatever it was, one thing feels certain to those who watched it closely. Something crossed that yard that night. And it didn't look like a trick of the light. Next, we look at two unsettling photographs taken during what should have been a joyful occasion. TikTok user Dami Afonso recently shared them, and they were taken on a 60th birthday celebration. The first image looks completely ordinary. Guests are smiling, standing close together in front of a decorated backdrop, unaware of anything unusual. It's the kind of photo that would normally be forgotten in a family album. But the second photo, taken just seconds later, tells a very different story. In that image, something deeply unnerving appears. Just beside a woman wearing blue, a strange face can be seen peering out from behind her shoulder. The figure doesn't resemble any of the guests present that night. Its expression is unclear, its presence unsettling. None of the people who attended the party recognized the face. No one remembers anyone standing in that position. There are no matching outfits, no reflections, no obvious explanations. According to the uploader, the photos were taken years ago, long before AI image editing became commonplace, and both images were shot moments apart, leaving little time for manipulation. So who, or what, is the eerie figure silently photobombing this birthday celebration? A coincidence? A trick of lighting and angles, or something no one noticed standing there at the time? Next, I have a quick but eerie one that's been circulating online under the title, "The Strange Figure in France." The footage was recorded on September 13th, 2023, when a young woman noticed something unusual outside her window and began filming. The video shows what appears to be a dark, humanoid figure floating silently in the sky. It doesn't flap, spin, or drift like an ordinary object. It simply hovers, motionless, outlined against the open air. Some viewers believe the footage captures a humanoid entity, something otherworldly suspended above the ground. Others argue it's a cleverly positioned drone or balloon, with its movement distorted by distance, lighting, and perspective. Still, the figure's unsettling stillness and unmistakably human-like outline have fueled endless debate. No sound, no visible propulsion, just a dark shape hanging in the sky longer than feels comfortable. So what do you think? A simple drone, or something unexplained floating above France that day? Now, this final post has been circulating online under the chilling title, "Ghost Girl Caught on Baby Monitor in an Empty Home." According to the uploader, the image came from his father's close friend, a detective who had rented a vacation home with his wife and young daughter. While the family was away, the detective began receiving motion alerts from the baby monitor app inside the house, specifically from his daughter's bedroom, even though no one was supposed to be there. When he opened the app, he was stunned. The motion capture showed what appeared to be a young girl's face staring directly into the camera. Alarmed, he immediately called the uploader's father and asked him to check the house in person. When he arrived, the home was completely empty. No intruders, no noises, nothing disturbed. Yet the image remained saved in the baby monitor's motion log. The detective reportedly refused to stay in the house again, cutting the family's trip short and moving out the following week. Even the uploader's father, described as a skeptic, admitted the photo was deeply unsettling. Was it pareidolia? A camera malfunction under infrared lighting? Or something far stranger captured inside an empty home? Whatever the explanation, the image left both men, and thousands of viewers online, deeply disturbed. Now that was all for today, folks. If you enjoyed these horrifying clips, click to see more on the video on screen.